Welcome to today's Explainer. We are diving right into what has to be one of the most fascinating storylines in sports right now. We're looking at Argentina, the reigning men's world champions, and how they're preparing to defend their title in the expanded 2026 tournament across North America. Now, it took them 36 grueling years to finally get that elusive third star on their jersey back in Qatar. But as we're going to see today, getting to the absolute top of the mountain is one thing, staying there, well, that's a completely different beast.
And really, that brings us to the ultimate question we're exploring. Can Argentina actually defy history? Whether you're a diehard football fanatic or you just tune in every 4 years, you should know that defending a World Cup crown is notoriously one of the toughest feats in all of sports. When a team hits the absolute pinnacle, the question instantly shifts from can they win it to can they keep it? The target on your back just grows exponentially. The pressure mounts, and honestly, history is absolutely not on your side.
64. Yup, it has been 64 long years since a men's national team successfully went back-to-back and defended their World Cup title. I mean, you literally have to go all the way back to the legendary Brazil squad of 1962 to find a team that managed to win the tournament as the reigning champs. Just think about that for a second. Think about how many legendary teams, how many generational talents have come and gone over the last 6 decades without being able to pull off the historic double. This 64-year drought is the monumental wall that Argentina is trying to scale in 2026.
Okay, let's get into Section 1, the heavy crown.
There's a really stark contrast we need to look at here. On one side, you have Argentina's incredible ambition. They're the defending champions, riding the massive high of that 2022 victory, and they're desperately seeking a 4th star for their jerseys. But on the other side, history tells us about something widely known as the champion's curse. Get this, 3 of the last 4 defending champions were brutally eliminated in the group stage of their next tournament. Just let that sink in. You go from lifting the most coveted trophy in sports to packing your bags before the knockout rounds even begin. It's a brutal reality check, and it just highlights the immense psychological and physical hurdle that Argentina is facing right now.
Moving on to Section 2, Messi's record-breaking quest.
At number 6, at 38 years old, Argentine captain Lionel Messi is poised to make a record 6th World Cup tournament appearance in North America. That is an absolutely unparalleled milestone of longevity. I mean, sustained excellence at the highest possible level of the sport. For most players, competing in just one World Cup is the absolute pinnacle of their career. Stepping onto this stage for a 6th distinct tournament, that puts Messi in a category entirely of his own.
But you know, the records certainly don't stop at tournament appearances. 26. Messi actually already holds the existing record for the most match appearances by any male player in the history of the tournament. He has stepped onto the pitch 26 times in World Cup action. So by just lacing up his boots in 2026, he isn't just participating, he's actively extending a record that honestly might never be broken. Every single time he steps out onto the field in North America, he's pushing that untouchable number even higher.
And here's where it gets really wild. He's chasing the ultimate prize. The all-time World Cup goal-scoring record is 16 goals. Right now, Messi is just 3 goals shy of capturing that absolute ultimate tally. He's won the trophy, he has the appearances, but he needs just 3 more moments of magic to tie or break the all-time scoring record. For a 38-year-old playing in what's pretty widely expected to be his final dance, the stakes literally could not be higher. Every single time he touches the ball in the final third, history is going to be holding its breath.
Let's look at who's backing him up in Section 3, the 2026 Argentine squad.
The mastermind behind this whole operation is head coach Lionel Scaloni. He submitted his final squad on May 28th, and he's backed by what I can only describe as an incredible brain trust. His assistant coaches, Pablo Aimar, Roberto Ayala, and Walter Samuel, are absolute legends of Argentine football. They know the weight of that jersey intimately, and they're joined by Martin Tacali handling the goalkeepers, along with Luis Martin managing fitness. This is the technical staff that's tasked with navigating the immense pressure and the sheer physical demands of this newly expanded tournament format.
Looking at the players, you have that vital veteran presence, like goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez. But what's absolutely crucial for them is this blend of established champions and exciting fresh blood. You've got Julian Alvarez returning after netting 4 crucial goals during that victorious Qatar campaign, plus Enzo Fernandez anchoring the midfield. Remember, he was the 2022 FIFA Best Young Player. And then you have Nicolas Paz. He's a 21-year-old rising star who's currently flourishing at FC Como as they push for the UEFA Champions League. To put that in perspective, Paz was barely even walking when Messi played his first World Cup. He's a prime contender to be the breakout young player this time around, injecting some vital new life and energy right into this veteran, championship-winning squad. Which brings us to Section 4, the road ahead.
Now, the 2026 format is massive. It's been expanded to 48 teams across 12 groups, and the whole thing runs from June 11th to July 19th. Argentina has been drawn into Group J, so their path is pretty clearly defined. They kick things off on June 16th against two-time African champions Algeria over in Kansas City. Then, they're heading down to Arlington, Texas for their next two fixtures. On June 22nd, they face Austria, a team that is actually making their very first tournament appearance of the 21st century. And finally, they close out the group stage on June 27th playing Jordan, a nation that is making their absolute World Cup debut. It's a fascinating mix of opponents for sure, but Argentina cannot afford a single slip-up if they want to avoid that dreaded champions curse we were talking about earlier.
So, what does this all mean? The crucial takeaway here is that we are about to witness history one way or another. Will Lionel Messi's final record-breaking World Cup campaign culminate in defying 64 years of history, adding a fourth star to Argentina's jersey, or will the overwhelming weight of the champions' curse strike again, proving that absolutely no team, not even one led by the greatest player of his generation, is immune to the sheer difficulty of defending the ultimate crown? Keep all these records and numbers in mind as the tournament unfolds. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today, and man, I cannot wait to see how this incredible narrative plays out on the pitch.